Hi, it's me again. I have actually tried to do this post like, God, 3 times now, and I get through it and I find something I don't like about it and I throw it away. I delete it, I get rid of it. But I feel like I have to do this post. The very first thing I want to say is that I'm very sorry for my last post. It was very snarky and rude and just angry. The reason for that primarily is that I just haven't felt like me. I haven't felt right. I haven't felt happy. I haven't felt normal. And discovering this has prompted me to realize one very important facet of what is happening to me, and that is that when they promote bariatric surgery and they put you through all these hoops that you have to jump through, they don't tell you what the psychological aftermath will be. They don't tell you all of the potential side effects. At least I didn't get them all of the surgery. Physically, I haven't felt great. I have been dealing with a nonstop cyclical constipation to the point where out of a 7-day week, 5 of those days I'm constipated. The 6th day I'm finally able to go, and then everything hurts. And I spend most of my day tied to a bathroom, wondering where the bathroom is, how quickly I can get there, and if I'm going to make it. I pretty much live on a diet now of probiotics and stool softeners in order to make sure I can go. I have decided as of today we're going to do a stool softener every day at night with the probiotic in the morning to see if that helps. Doctor says I do not have a bowel obstruction. It's just what can happen, I guess, and that's not something they tell you. But beyond the physicality, I have a lot more going on. I don't know how to put it. There's a psychological problem going on in here. I look at the mirror and I still see myself as this ginormous person. I don't see the skinny me that everybody else sees. I see the fat 400-pound me. Now, I ran across an article the other day which actually made me realize what was going on with me. This woman, she had weighed close to 700 pounds, and between the weight loss surgery and having to lose weight before the surgery, she ended up losing like 536 pounds, but she still looked at herself in the mirror and saw the 700-pound woman that existed before her surgery. She went to the doctor and told her doctor that she was living on 400 calories a day. Doctor told her that was not enough. Now, she had gastric bypass, which is not the same surgery I had. I had the duodenal switch surgery. Duodenal switch surgery means that I had a larger stomach than a gastric bypass patient. Gastric bypass, they start with a 1-ounce stomach, and then I started with a 4-ounce stomach. So it's a medicine cup versus a half a banana. And sorry, I have to change how I'm holding my little dealie. So that is a big difference as far as the amount of food that comes in. However, doctor told her at that point she should have been eating anywhere from 800 to 1,000 calories, not the tiny little 400 calories she was eating. It is feasible. It is doable. I have done it. But in the very beginning days of my surgery, when I didn't have a stomach that could hold any more than that. They also made mention of her concave collarbones. The doctor told her that having collarbones that were concave was an indication of not having enough body fat. Now, if you look at my collarbones, they're concave. Now, a lot of that I think comes from the upper body muscle mass I have, because I do a whole lot of upper body work in the attempt to tone up muscle. Not succeeding, but I'm trying. But that scares me, because knowing that I have this concavity in my collarbones, enough so that when I take a shower, the water pools in there like a little cup, and knowing that could be an indicator that I'm lacking on body fat, when I look at myself, I see fat everywhere. I still see a fat belly and fat legs and fat arms and fat face and fat everything. But if that's the case, and I see this, Why are my shoulder blades concave? Why am I having the signature look of no fat? My lower body is where all the skin is accumulated, most of it. From my approximately my ribs down is all skin. That's probably part of where I'm feeling like this. Yes, if I had the skin removed, I would probably feel better, because right now I'm stuck between 182 and 187. The difference between that 5 pounds difference is primarily due to water retention and constipation, because poop weighs a lot, folks. And so, one day I can weigh, 182, and a couple of days later I'll be up near 187. It just depends on how much I've drank and how much I'm retaining and if I've been able to go to the bathroom. Even so, if I lost the skin, I'm thinking I'd probably lose about 20 or 30 pounds. Okay. So that puts me at roughly 150 or 160. Where am I supposed to be BMI wise? According to BMI, I am supposed to weigh 120 pounds. And if that's the case, then my concave collarbones don't gel, because I wouldn't have any fat at all. But that's just it. I'm not happy being at 182. I want to see the scale down to 170, 165. I'd like to see it down further. I know it's not feasible. I know that it's probably not healthy. But in my mind, I am still big, and the number on the scale is not okay to me. I live in constant fear now. I fear gaining even an ounce. When I see the scale go from 182 to 183, my heart kind of stops. I'm overly conscious of what I put in my mouth. I went on a recent binge of not eating any starches during the work week and failed. So then I decided I was going to just, eat ridiculously small amounts. Failed. And then I feel shitty. I feel like I have failed because I have not managed to keep to a diet where I can get the weight off. So that tells me my diet habits have not changed. And if I'm not careful, the weight's going to come back. Hence my paranoia about gaining even an ounce. But on the flip side of that, out of this paranoia, I am deathly afraid of developing a eating disorder. I will never be a binger or a purger because I can't throw up. I can't stand it. I can't make myself throw up. It doesn't happen. But I'm afraid that I will get to a point where I won't eat. I feel like I am binge eating all the time whenever I eat. Like today I had a cup of soup. I mean, granted, it was a big cup of soup, but that's all I ate. And it was, one of those chunky cans of soup that basically is like a meal, and the full can was like less than 300 calories. And I'm full, not overly full. So today, for the day, I've had about 500 calories so far, if I were to keep track. But I still feel like I've binge eaten. Like I've been binge eating. I had a Greek yogurt for breakfast, one of the little Light and Dan and Light and Fit cups. I had a protein shake and one cookie because I was shaky. And then I had my soup, and I will have my protein shake for my mid-afternoon snack. And then I will have, sorry, my hair is bad. And I will have dinner, which is chili dogs to everybody else. It'll probably just be chili for me. I can't make myself eat anything else today. I feel disgusting. And this is a major problem because they don't tell you about this. They don't tell you that going in the months after surgery, once all the weight has fallen off and you're now in this maintaining stage and you've gotten out of the, oh my God, I can eat starches again phase, you withdraw from the weight loss. Like, I was so happy watching that scale drop. I was so elated watching the weight just melt away like hot butter. Every time I got on the scale and it was a smaller number, I threw a little party. When I got below 300 pounds, I almost cried. But by the time I got below 200, which was something that I said that that's I would do forever, I expected to cry and fall to my knees and thank God. I didn't react. Not even a little bit. I wasn't happy because I still wasn't where I wanted to be. I was not thankful. I didn't get down. I had wanted to lose 5 pounds that week and I lost 2. And it put me below 200 pounds. But it wasn't like the big, huge celebration that I thought it would be. No, it was a disappointment. I understand that I have this problem. And I guess that, understanding that there's a problem is the first step to recovery. I know I need to see my therapist again, but the only problem is, when do I have time? And actually calling her. I don't want to call her. I don't want to see her. I don't want anybody to know of a clinical sense that I'm going through this. I should, because maybe they can give me hints, pointers, how to deal with this. Because when I look in the mirror, I'm telling you, I see fat me. I see the me that existed when I first created this vlog, a year ago. I see that me. Not me that everybody else sees. So that's where I'm at. So out of this psychological problem, my life is suffering. There's a disconnect that I feel now. I brought it up to Lee this morning so I can put it here, that I feel between him and I. It's not him, it's me. I am so overly conscious of my weight that there's a wall between us. I don't know how to fix it. I can't focus on anything but that. Not my mom, not my nephew getting a job, not any of it. Just the weight. And it's going to destroy my whole life. Of that I fear. Anyway, my lunch break is almost over and I have to drive back to work. So I wanted to just get this recorded and I will get it posted later today. And thanks for listening, as always.